haunted houses. Some people love them, some hate them. I don't dislike them, but they're not my favorite activity during the scary month of Spooktober. I'd much rather just sit at home, sip some apple cider, and just play some video games. But some of my friends like them. I know people on my swim team when I was back when I did swim team liked them. So I've been to a couple haunted houses through my 18 years of experience. But besides the point, one of my earliest memories of a haunted house was through swim team. It was like a special event thing we did like the day after some big meet. And I remember it was like one of the ones where they put you in one of those like giant carts that are pulled by a tractor. You're like sitting on a hay bale and they drive you out into the middle of nowhere. And you have a scary path to walk all the way back in. And I was not at an age for this level of haunted house. Like, this was extreme haunted house. Like, this was the level where, like, people would, like, come out with chainsaws, like, freaking, like, firing blanks off. Like, fake blood everywhere. It was not suitable for me. I remember it was freezing out because it was late October and good old Ohioan weather. Whew, gotta love Ohio. I remember I had the coat because it was so cold, so I just put my hood up, grabbed my dad's hand because he was with me because I was so young, and I just put my face down and didn't look up until I was out of the haunted house because I was terrified. But then, good old puberty. I'm a fairly big dude now, and I've been to 2 more haunted houses, and they've not been fun experiences. It's just, I'm a big dude. They don't scare me at all. I kind of just walk through them. Sometimes they're funny, but it's just almost like a leisurely walk down the street. It feels like nothing really pops out or scares me anymore. For instance, I remember the scariest one wasn't the fact that it actually was scary. It's because it was a pitch black maze, so you can't see anything though. There's no lights, like walls, everything's black, so like no lights being reflected into your eyeballs. And I remember they put these metal panels on the wall because like if you can't see it, you're gonna put your hand on the wall and try to figure out your way through. They put electric panels on the wall with the slow electric current through them, so it would be like the electric pen shock. So you get shocked if you touch the walls to try to figure your way through. That was creepy. Like, that was a little scary. But other than that, like, no, it wasn't. Like, it was just a casual on stroll through the good old, like Mr. Rogers version of a haunted house, it feels like. I remember one time I was going through a haunted house and there's these kids who should have not been in this haunted house alone. And they were terrified. And me and like the girl I was with at the time were just laughing our... Can I swear? Should I swear? We're laughing our butts off at, like, both of these kids were just, like, pushing each other into, like, the way of everything that scared them. I remember, like, if a guy popped out, one of those kids would just shove the other one right into the guys, and the other one would run past them, so they just left their friend behind. And I remember, like, people would, like, tap our shoulders asking to go by so they could, like, scare these 2 kids. And, like, the workers are having a field day. Me and the girl I'm with are having a field day. And these kids are just, I don't think they're ever going back to a haunted house ever again. They were just terrified. I'm not sure if you would count this, but I just remembered while recording the most terrifying haunted house, I guess, thing that I've ever experienced aren't actually haunted houses. It's when you'd go to like that festival ever in town or the carnival or whatever you call it, and they give it the name the Fun House. Fun houses are not fun. I hate fun houses. They're terrifying. There's clowns everywhere. And I'm not really scared of clowns. I'm just terrified of fun houses. They have the wonky mirrors, the loud buzzers that just like makes it feel like you failed a question in math class. Like, it's just something I hate experiencing, and I will never go in a fun house ever again.